It's funny, we spend years in school learning about historical dates and complex formulas, but for most of us, the one subject that impacts our daily lives the most money is a complete black box.
It's more than a black box. It's a silent crisis. In today's increasingly complex financial world, it's a glaring oversight that most schools fail to teach fundamental money management skills. This lack of an unspoken curriculum leaves young adults vulnerable to debt, poor financial choices, and a cycle of instability, impacting everything from daily living to long-term security.
I see. So you're saying we're basically sent out into the world unprepared for the biggest challenges.
Exactly. It's like sending someone into a complex maze without a map. They're bound to get lost, and the stakes are incredibly high when it comes to their financial future. The ability to manage money effectively is a life skill, as crucial as reading or writing.
So this isn't just about knowing how to balance a checkbook. It's a fundamental life skill with real world consequences. What exactly are these essential skills that are so often missing?
Well, financial literacy is essentially understanding and using skills like personal finance, budgeting, and investing to make informed decisions and achieve financial goals. Without it, people are more likely to fall into debt and miss wealth building opportunities.
Right. And the common pitfalls include mismanaging debt, failing to budget, and neglecting savings, which can seriously impact credit scores and future opportunities.
And the numbers here are staggering. Take debt management, for example. Many young adults get trapped by high interest credit card debt, and it can take years to pay off if they only make minimum payments. That's money that could have been invested or saved, just vanishing into thin air because of interest.
You mentioned the 50 divided by 30 divided by 20 rule for budgeting and then immediately jumped to managing high interest debt. How does a solid budgeting framework directly help in avoiding or tackling that debt trap?
It's all about intentionality. Budgeting forces you to see where your money is actually going. So instead of impulse buys eating up your income, you can consciously allocate funds towards needs, wants, and crucially, that 20% for savings and debt repayment. It turns passive spending into active financial management, making it much harder to accumulate debt in the first place and much easier to pay it down if it already exists. It's the proactive versus reactive approach.
So, budgeting isn't just about restriction, it's about empowerment and making sure you're not just surviving, but actively building towards future goals. And this foundational knowledge is what's so often missing. It sounds like the consequences go beyond just one person's bank account.
Oh, absolutely. The lack of financial education has profound consequences, not just for individuals, but for society as a whole. On a personal level, it means more debt, instability and stress, and a greater vulnerability to scams.
That makes sense. And societally, it contributes to economic inequality, and billions of dollars are lost annually due to poor financial decisions.
And that economic inequality is a critical point. When a significant portion of the population can't build wealth effectively due to lack of knowledge, it widens the gap and creates a less stable economy overall. It's a self-perpetuating problem. Financially literate people are more likely to invest in things like stocks and real estate, while others are left behind, making it even harder to catch up.
It's clear this is a systemic issue with significant economic fallout. So, what's being done to bridge this educational gap, and what solutions are emerging?
Fortunately, recognizing this critical need, numerous initiatives and resources are now available to help. Organizations offer free online courses and educational materials. Financial institutions are developing programs, and some states are beginning to require personal finance courses in high school.
So, there is some hope.
It's encouraging to see progress, especially with the push for mandatory high school courses. Getting this knowledge early can fundamentally change a person's financial trajectory for the better. It's like giving them the owner's manual for their own life.
Absolutely. It seems the momentum is building for a more financially literate future. So, if our listeners were to take away just a few key things from our chat today, what should they be?
I think there are four main points. First, financial literacy is a critical life skill, not a luxury. Second, You have to master the essentials. Budgeting like the 50 divided by 30 divided by 20 rule, managing high interest debt, saving, and understanding your credit. Third, remember, this isn't just a personal problem. Financial literacy creates huge societal costs. And finally, there are resources out there, and the push for better education in schools is growing, so there is a path forward.